Welcome back, my fellow peeps and peepettes, to another exciting Transformers Studio Series action figure review here at the Spotlight of the Reviewing Station. And today we're going to be taking a look at number 2 of this series, Decepticon Stinger. So is he as good as the Bumblebee action figure, or at least my version? Let's find out together. But before we take a look at the action figure at hand, let's put him aside for a moment and take a look at the packaging as partake of every single video review on this channel. So we got Decepticon Stinger's artwork, which looks very nice. Number 2, representing the figure in this line. Studio Series, Decepticon Stinger, Decepticon logo. Ages 8 and plus, Transformers Age of Extinction, to mention where this figure comes from, or should I say the character of said figure of this review. Hasbro's logo, Transformers going to the top where the Misaligned Generations logo is staring you in the eye right there at the top right corner. Takara Tomi's logo up here with Hasbro once again down here, which is indicating that this is in fact dual branding. So Takara Tomy or Takara Collectors, this is exactly the same thing you'll be getting. On the side here, we've got the nice artwork of Stinger again, as much as they could fit on the side here, which is nice. I'm going to have to take a little bit of some points away here just because this is not a Decepticon symbol. It should have been a Decepticon symbol for the Decepticons. But for now, I will let it slide. Maybe in another series they'll get that right. Whatever. Anyway, down here we've got the authentic Transformers logo, which indicates once again that if it is not present, it's a knockoff. Alright, so on this side here, where everyone's basically going to display their packagings on the side for more space, you've got Decepticon Stinger again, Studio Series number 2, the Deluxe class right there, and onto the back of the packaging. And we've got quite a bit to actually go through, so let's try to make this as quick as possible. Big screen inspired scale detail backdrop, which happens to be the Hong Kong Pursuit backdrop. Yeah. Okay, so right here it says Decepticon Stinger materializes into a merciless man-made warrior, which does indicate accuracy with the film, considering that he never really had a transformation at all. He just like kind of morphed, or whatever you would say. I guess morph would be the right word. 21 steps of transformation for the robot mode to the car mode, or back and forth, whichever way. The other figures available is Bumblebee, which I've already reviewed previously, Crowbar, and then Autobot Ratchet. So there are your deluxes. Build the cast. I think that should actually say create the cast, or actually collect the cast, because you're not really building anything here. If this was a Build-A-Figure line, then that should say build a cast. Why not? Anyway, let's put aside that now and bring back in the figure, but we got one other thing to look at, and that's his set of instructions here. So from what I have already gotten about on this, I will say that most of this is pretty accurate, but there still feels like some parts in the transformation that just was not slapped onto the actual transformation instructions. So you'll see all that throughout this whole video, so there you go. You know, they're not perfect, but they are getting better, and they are much clearer this time around. So I do appreciate the effort in making things right again, Hasbro. So there you go. Okay, so now that that's all said and done, let's go ahead and take a look at Stinger in his car mode. He looks good. It's very nice. Non-licensed vehicle that I'm not even sure what kind of car this really is. I could look it up on Wikipedia, but I'm not going to bother right now. I'm in the middle of this thing. So let's take a good look at everything this car has to offer. So we got some paint here for the headlights, which is silver. The grill is painted in black. The hood is painted in black. We got a very nice Tempograph Decepticon logo, which seems to be straight on my figure, which is nice. Clear translucent windows here, which is painted over on the top onto the back here. This is all painted as well. The hubcaps are not painted at all. I think that's accurate with the actual car model, so I'm not going to take any points there. We do have some nice racing stripes here, which is painted in silver, which does look good on both sides here. Pretty clean, pretty even. one little nitpick I got on my figure. Is just that he's got a little bit of some stretch going on there, and that's actually pretty deep, as you can tell. I mean, that's clear white, which means that this is about to crack down the line. So I gotta take this really slow with the transformation yet again, just like Bumblebee. But hey, I had my reasons for that one, didn't I? And it all paid off in the end. So anyway, speaking of Bumblebee, there's your size comparisons for the vehicle form. So here are the two next to each other, from the side to the back, to this side, to the front. So, a good size. I know a lot of people are complaining with how small this line of Transformers is, but that's the way they can really work in the scale with this line, which I do appreciate. And you understand why now. So, let it go, guys, really. So, let's just put aside Bumblebee now, and let's test the wheels, because they do roll pretty good. As you can see, there doesn't be any hindrance whatsoever. Everything is where it's supposed to be, stored on the bottom here. All these saw blades, which, you know, they're okay for what they are. Okay, here we go. And just like Bumblebee, I'm going to take this nice and slow. See? That's the way to do it. Nice and slow. Alright, so going by the way I saw it on the instructions and then deciding by my choice, I'm going to start with the front here and just, well, I guess I'll go ahead and just take these off. Because, you know, things just pop off here and there, just like Bumblebee's arm in his video, so I might as well go retrieve that real quickly. Hang on. Alright, so now that we got the thin saw blades out of the way, let's continue on with the transformations. Go ahead and pop the front here on the sides. Pretty tight on my figure, so it may take just a little bit of some fingernail pushing here and there, so just like that. Again, pretty tight. Might take a little bit of some forcing, but it can be done because it's a weird design choice here, because you got a tab right here that's going to go into a hole right here underneath his obvious hand here, but then you also got this hole here, which there's a tab underneath the top of the hood here, or I mean the roof, and it just keeps everything really secure, and to the point where it's very difficult to work around, just like this side here. But I'm going to try again. But then again, this whole top section actually comes off with the right arm, because this is going to create his cannon. So anyway, now that we got that taken care of and all situated, just go ahead and rotate this section here. So now that that's out of the way, we don't have to worry about that later. So as you can see, everything's pretty much exploded at this point. So now what we can do is work with the legs. So what you want to do is rotate, untab, and rotate down like this. Go ahead and flip out his feet like this. And these sections here are going to come down like so. So it's going to be pretty much the cable to the back of his legs. But hey, it does cover up some hollow bits. So, you know, that I can at least appreciate. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is rotate this. Just get that out of the way. Pull them out like this. Let's see. Rotate the head like so. And then fold this down. This section is supposed to rotate. I know that. So, oh yeah. Okay, so it does rotate. Gotta work with some clearance problems here, but if you can get the arm up, then rotate this around like that. And this section here, if I'm doing this right, there's a hole and there's a tab somewhere around here. Yeah, not a good explanation, huh? But hey, it is what it is. I've only done this maybe one time, but yeah, it's supposed to like tab in. Oh, I see it. Okay, so it's this groove right here that goes right into this waistline. It's supposed to tab right in, as you heard the click. So there we go. We're pretty much getting there. Not much more to go, but what you want to do is flip up this whole collar section and his head, so you can bring the arms all the way back like this. They have the tires on the inside here, and on the outside is his chest, which then you can bring this down. It doesn't tab in anywhere, which, you know, that's a bit unfortunate that that's always going to be like that, but whatever. Rotate the arms like so. Rotate this section up, and tell you the truth, it's on a double hinge. You just bring it down like this, and that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm serious. Alright, so anyway, repeat the same thing on this side here. Rotate this up, double hinge, bring this down like so. And the last step in the transformation is to rotate all this, fold it in. There is your stinger cannon thing. Yeah, sure, cannon. Right. Okay, so anyway, not to complain about anything here, but yep, that's a Stinger's robot mode in a nutshell. The only real thing that I haven't done yet is put the saw blades on, which can be a little annoying. So bring these up, I guess, or unless it's the opposite way, maybe it's this way. It's never really explained in the instructions, but just go ahead and pop them on like this. Just like that. Okay, now let's see if I can get this one here. Just like that. And then let's get this one here. It's a little hard to do at first because you kind of got to warp the hole to get it a little bigger so it will actually fit around the peg like so. No, that actually just came undone. Hang on a second. Alright, bear with me. Right, so there you go. There's his backpack, which is a bunch of saw blades. So they look like wings. And they do look cool. I do like the actual profile of what's going on here for the figure. So, here he is. Let's raise the camera so we can see him completely. Here's Stinger in a hole. And, you know, he's okay. I don't think he's as cool looking as the Bumblebee, because really the design element that this figure has to go through with the whole transformation and the robot mode and trying to get as accurate as it could get for such a small scale action figure. And I'm not kidding when I mean small, because here he is with Bumblebee for the side-by-side comparisons. And, you know, he's a little taller, just a little taller, maybe about like a niche. I don't even know what that means. Bigger head size compared to Bumblebee. So, you know, there really isn't much to really say about this one, because, you know, it is what it is. It's okay. It's not as cool as Bumblebee in my opinion, but that's not taking anything away from the figure. For what he is, he's another Decepticon to add to my Transformers collection, and that's all I could really ask for at this point. So let's go ahead and go through the specifics of the figure here. Let's take a look at his head sculpt here, which is pretty nice. It's really cool. Just, it's lacking thereof in detail, and it's not that the detail's missing, it really is there. It's just that this whole red plastic being such a bright color kind of washes out everything, you know, like white plastic with a lot of detail in it in some figures. But yeah, I mean, it's all there, it's just not present to the naked eye, unfortunately. Still though, he does look really cool for being our very first official Stinger action figure. Not even Takara Tomy could actually say that at first, really. I mean, we did get some repaints here or there, and then we got that small little Scout class or Legends class action figure, and it just wasn't good enough. This will do. This will do indeed. Alright, so let's take one last look all around on this guy. And let's go ahead and get to the articulation on him, because he's got a ball jointed head. His collar can actually go up and down like that because it doesn't tab in anywhere, and that's unfortunate, but whatever. Ball jointed shoulders, they do get hindered a little bit because of the top armor bits going on here, and you really can't do anything about that. So, you know, that's about as much movement that you can get inward and outward. You can rotate them a complete 360 without any hindrance, especially with all this back here. That's good. So we do have a ball jointed elbow, so you got your movement up and down 90 degrees. You do get a swivel there to make up with the fact that there's no bicep swivel. And that's pretty much it for the arms. There's no hand rotation or anything else to do the transformation, nothing like that. But nothing at the waist either. That's a little disappointing. But anyway, ball jointed legs, you do get that much for a high kick. You get that much for a back kick. And you do get a full-on split for your JCVD posing right there. That's nice. Okay, so we got a thigh swivel joint. We got single jointed knees that does at least get 90 degrees of bend. And then the last point of articulation is down here at the feet due to transformation with a little hinge joint to move them up and down. How cute. Alright, so that's basically it for Stinger, you know. He's a cool action figure. A very cool official action figure. Just, I don't know. After the hype that I got with Bumblebee, I mean, I was really hoping for a little more with Stinger, but, you know, for what they are really cool figures. I really do like the Studio series. I can even say I still love it, even if this figure doesn't have as much to offer as Bumblebee had in his review. I gotta say though, that's not taking anything away from this guy. He's definitely one you want to own. You want both of them. Let's put it that way. You want both. We're 2 out of 4 right now, which are really good. Hopefully the other 2 will be just as strong as these 2. But I guess we'll find out in the next video review with Crowbar. So questions or comments, you know what to do. Hit down below in the comment section of the video. If you like today's video review, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Sub up if you want to see more video reviews of the Transformers Studio Series / movie action figures from yours truly here at the reviewing station. This is the unprofessional toy reviewer, Red is Power, signing off saying thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you whenever you see me. Wait a minute. We can't leave just yet. Video's not done until I show off the backdrop. My apologies. Yeah, we're going to go a minute over. But, yep, here it is. It's what it pretty much said on the back. It's the Hong Kong Pursuit action scene here. So let's go ahead and put the Stinger on here so I can get the thumbnail for this video. And just like Bumblebee's, it's okay. Again, made out of very thick cardboard, so it will survive. So, for what it is, it's a nice add-on. For displaying, it does look pretty good. And I gotta be honest, okay, I'm not taking any points away from this. It is a nice addition to this series. It does make it just pop just a little bit more to my taste. So I'm really enjoying it. Alright guys, there you go. That's going to be it for this video now. I'm out of here. See you next time.